Hey folks, Polaris here. Welcome 2020. Happy New Year, everybody. I know it's a little bit late on there, and I believe, actually, I might have to re-upload a video because I noticed that one of the videos that I made, the last vlog, the Smash vlog that I made for 2019, did not get uploaded, so I will upload that pretty soon. But I wanted to do this one first because, oh my gosh, here they are. And they are glorious. I love them so much. So here is the new wave of 2020's Smash lineup of Amiibo. And it is Dark Samus and Richter. So without further ado, we're going to get them started. I think this time we're going to start third party. Last time we started with Chrom. This time we're going to start third party. We're going to start with Richter. He looks absolutely cool. Yep, let's get started with it. So, alright, just picked these up at my local GameStop. I was nice enough to hold a sign for me on there. So, and then just to recap on here while I open on some stuff. Recently, I did a compilation video with Dark Samus and Richter with the handsome and very charismatic Amiibo Doctor. If you guys don't know who the Amiibo Doctor is, I will put a link. Is it down here? Over there? It might be down here for some people, it might be over there for some people. I will put a link to his channel down in the description. Please go check it out. I made, it's about 5 videos, and we did a compilation of his Dark Samus and his Richter fighting. And some Amiibo bouts on there, and he is really good at giving training tips for Amiibo. He knows the Amiibo scene, the ins and outs. He is definitely in the game. He knows everything there is to know about the Amiibo scene. Definitely check out his channel. Really good information. I've got a lot of my fighting tips from him. Very knowledgeable. Very cool. So definitely check him out. So I will put that out. Shout out to the Amiibo Doctor. So definitely check out his channel on there. Support him on there. He has also a Discord page as well. Follow up on there as well, because there are a lot of people on the Amiibo scene that can give you tips and tricks for if anybody that is starting off with Amiibo and everything. Some good tips and tricks for your fighters. So definitely check him out. Please check him out. So there he is, guys. Richter. Man, he is looking super cool. I dig it. So, I think I might like him a lot more than Simon. Really cool. I've never fully completed, I have the Dracula X Chronicles version of Rondo of Blood. I've never fully finished Rondo of Blood back in the day. It might want to be one of those things that because of this Amiibo, I might go back and finish up. Man, he is looking super cool. That detail, that dagger is really cool. Even though that's like the one weapon you don't choose. So, in Castlevania. Holy water. Cross for the win. No dagger. Really cool. The way that they did his whip is really cool too. So, his iconic Richter pose from the cover art and his victory. So, he's got a lot of detail going on. I almost feel like he's taller than Simon? Maybe because he's more standing up. Let's see the Simon side by side on here. Let's put Simon right close to there, and I'm going to angle it down a little bit so you can see it there. Yeah, he is. Yeah, because the way that he's standing, he is taller than Simon. But he is a really cool figure. I am digging him a lot. That's really cool. I'll put him there with Simon. And I'm actually going to put Snake right there. So we got the Konami trifecta now. So all the Konami representatives from Super Smash Brothers are in here. It would be really cool if we had a Goemon Amiibo as well to go with the Goemon Mii Fighter. If I can find a little figurine of the Mii Fighters, I will definitely do that. On the side note as well, so we got that 5th announcement. Byleth? Yeah, Byleth. From Fire Emblem, the 3 houses. So interesting. A lot of different attacks. Not your typical Fire Emblem character. I thought that was pretty cool. So, yeah. be seeing some stuff on here. Hopefully we'll get 2 versions of that amiibo, so that'd be really, really cool. But I'll speak more about that later on in this right here. I just wanted to focus on Richter, so that is pretty cool there. So I'm going to put these 2 aside. I'm also going to put Richter aside for a second. And then this thing right here absolutely does no justice whenever you see it in video, and probably won't even show up in this video. But every single time I see Dark Samus as an amiibo on pictures and promotional art and stuff like that, it just looks like Dark Samus from in-game. This thing is absolutely different, and I can't wait to get it out of the box, and I'm going to do that right now. So, it looks completely different from the promotional art and everything. So, we're going to check this out. Always point the knife away towards you, folks. Safety first. Ooh, it's just so, it's so cool looking. Oh, man. I have no idea if the camera is picking that up, but she's got this, or it is got this metallic, iridescent shine to it. It's so cool. How it, like, transitions from, like, bluish to green to purple. There we go. It's focused up. Man, Dark Samus is really, 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 really cool. For something so simple, it's really cool. Like the phase-on gun that she has there. Focus. Not focusing? There we go. Really cool. There, get a close-up on her visor there. That's like all that little, like her phase-on cells and everything. Oh, man, she is awesome looking. It, technically off of Samus, so maybe I'll just keep calling it she. Man, it is really, really cool. Not what I was expecting. I really do like this redesign of Dark Samus in comparison to like her Metroid Prime 2 Echoes design, where she had like the toes and everything, and then her like, I was never a fan of the Metroid Prime 3, like the skeletal kind of looking thing where you can see the inside of the skull and her veins and all that kind of stuff. I never was a fan of that. It would have been cool to see it as a costume, both her second and third form. But I really dig the redesign that they made for Smash Ultimate, and man, it just is just menacing looking. Super, super cool. Unfortunately, though, see, I knew this, and I think I even mentioned this in the other video before, Dark Samus is going to suffer something very sad, and in terms, it's going to be not because of Dark Samus. Her counterpart, her original fighter, Samus, suffers from a little bit of a height problem and a proportion problem. And it's kind of sad just to see that Samus's amiibo is so small in comparison to most characters, when considering that Samus is a really tall character. You know, she is about, I think, with the power armor, like 6'2". So she should be like Mewtwo size, like tall. But she's not, which is very unfortunate, so. But nonetheless, man, this is a marvelous, marvelous amiibo. It's so cool the way that her shoulder pads are like shining whenever the light hits. It's a different shine. Like right now, from the camera, I see like a bright blue metallic shine. There we go. More focus. But then on my, I am looking at it and I see like a green and purple metallic shine. Like on the legs is the same thing depending on how the light hits it. Man. You have to see it in person. Like, it doesn't do justice. The video, actually, I feel like it doesn't do justice. So, and then she's got a little base on here. It would be really cool. I mean, it would have been, I think, a little bit too much going on. It's really cool that the base is not some solid, like, just peg either. It's got a little bit of, like, this kind of rocky texture to it. It would have been really cool if it was actually phase-on. That was on the bottom. She's just standing on the back of, like, some phase-on. But it would have been too much. It would have blended in, I think. It would have been, the color would have blended in with her. And it's just all been part of her, which would be kind of weird. But I do like the way that she's just standing on the top of this everything, so you kind of see the inside of the pegs that are in the foot there, so that's really cool. Man, so let me get her out. Let me put Richter back in. So there we are. There is the first wave of 2020's Amiibo line. That's really cool. And technically, the last wave in the original roster. So everything else now is DLC. So Amiibo Doctor mentioned this, and you know, I do believe it to be kind of true on there, is that because they're DLC characters, we might not see Amiibo for them for a long time. But at the same time, I also think it's because of like a licensing issue, is that it's going to take a little bit longer to get their Amiibo just because of licensing. Because I wouldn't put it past Nintendo that they would release Amiibo for these DLC fighters. I mean, we did get one for Piranha Plant, like Amiibo Doctor mentioned. But he was fairly early. And Joker was announced fairly soon after Smash released. So I just think it's a really big licensing issue right now, where not a licensing issue, it's just that they're working out the licensing kinks. Because I can imagine it was kind of a big thing too, and I will put them here because I want to do a little bit of comparison pictures here. So we got, once again, Richter, Simon, Snake. We got our Konami trifecta once again. Pan this back a little bit so we can see the rest of them, because then we have our other third-party characters. Cloud, oops, Bayonetta, Ken, Ryu, Sonic, Mega Man, and Pac-Man. So we've got a whole slew of third-party characters in Super Smash Bros., and it's really cool. And there are others. You know, I have my Sans Amiibo that's over there, and I have Knuckles and Tails that are over there as well. They're not official Amiibo, but it's really cool to see so many third-party characters in a Nintendo fighting game, and I couldn't ask for a better roster, and I can't wait until we see, you know, Joker. I really hope we get two versions of Joker, one in his Joker Phantom Thieves outfit, and then his school outfit, or his normal clothes. And then I really also hope that we get all four versions of Hero. Like, I am a big fan of Dragon Quest, and when I saw that Hero was announced, I was super happy to see the announcement for it. And kind of sad that we didn't get 8 costumes as opposed to the 4 and then just 4 reskins, but I am very satisfied with the choices that they made for Hero in terms of those 4 alternate costumes, and I cannot wait to see what they put for Amiibo in there. And then Terry, I am so happy about Terry because I have never been a big fighting guy. I mean, I play a little bit of fighting games, but I've never been a fighting guy per se. And all my neighbors, all the kids around me back when I was growing up, they were always into Street Fighter and everything like that, and I was horrible at Street Fighter. But for some weird reason, I picked up King of Fighters, and I have always loved King of Fighters. And I've always picked Terry, I've always picked Kyo, and I've always picked, at the times that she was available, Nakururu from Samurai Showdown. So seeing her as a Mii character also was kind of really fun and everything, and I'm hoping I can find like a figure for her. But nonetheless, Terry being in Smash was really, really special to me too. So, but there are all the third-party ones, with now Richter being our final non-DLC released third-party character. Man, he is super cool. I like him a lot. I think I mentioned in the other video that I think Simon won the wave of that wave that came out with Kramen and Incineroar. But if I have to put comparison to Simon and Richter, I think Richter might take the cake. Yeah, he's super cool. So, alright, I'm going to set those aside, because I'm going to do another. Ken fell. He got knocked out. Stamina of only 50. I'm going to do another comparison here. And that I'm going to put Dark Samus right here, front and center. And then I've got her fellow bad guy on here, Ridley. And once again, Samus. And Zero Suit Samus. And you can see right off the bat as well, like, she looks great with Zero Suit Samus. Like, they are to scale with each other in height. Like, she's a little bit shorter, but that makes sense because she's not wearing the power armor. But then you compare, you know, Samus and Zero Suit, and she is really tall. And even though Zero Suit is in the air, you can kind of picture it already if she was fully standing up. And here is Samus actually standing up. That they don't actually scale to each other. But Dark Samus and Zero Suit look great. And even Ridley, I mean, Ridley can get away with it because Ridley's kind of crouched down and everything, and we know Ridley is super tall. So that's really cool. But there they are. And then I will also do this comparison because this is also in the Metroid family. So Samus, the Smash Brothers Samus amiibo, does not scale in proportion with Dark Samus. But this girl really does. And they look great together. That metallic finish on both of them, that shine. And I think the Metroid Samus Returns Samus shines a little bit more than the Smash Samus. And she is really cool. And they look great together. Like, I'll be probably posing them a lot together. And they look great as far as to scale. And then, of course, to finish the Metroid series of amiibo, Squishy Metroid. I love it so much, it's so squishy. Yeah. So yeah, there we go. I'll pan that out. Now put these two back front and center right here again. So there we have it, guys. The last two of the original roster, non-DLC Smash Amiibo, and the first wave of 2020. It's really, really cool. Folks, I want to thank you again for tuning in. I will probably be doing a little second part here in just a second, just explaining some stuff, probably some 2020 stuff, some future stuff that will be happening. If you want to stick around, I'll be posting this part of the video shortly after this one. I'll probably pan out here in a second. And for those that have pretty much seen everything that they wanted to see with the Amiibo, thank you so much for sticking with me. Thank you so much for being a part of my 2020 and being part of this amazing community. You guys are beautiful and I love you guys. Thank you so much for the support, and I will catch you later on. Smash on, and I will see you later. And welcome back, guys. So recently I did a compilation video. I mentioned it before in the unboxing. I'm just going to mention it briefly again. Recently I did a compilation video with the Amiibo Doctor. If you guys don't know who the Amiibo Doctor is, definitely check him out. Definitely a very, very kind-hearted, charismatic guy who is very into the Amiibo scene, knows a lot about tips and tricks about definitely some Amiibo. I learned a lot of different things or training methods for a lot of different Amiibo from him, and he puts up a lot of his fights, and you can actually put in, he'll do tournaments every now and then too, so you can actually send in your Amiibo. If those are familiar with the, I believe they're called power tags. I believe they're called power tags. It's a program. It's a program that you can use on your computer that you can save your Amiibo to an individual tag, and then you can essentially back up your Amiibo data, so that way you don't lose it or anything like that. So, so if you have, like, for an example of this, your Dark Samus, if you don't want to lose your Dark Samus progress, and if you accidentally click the learn button again, it stopped learning a certain method of how to attack and everything. You can upload the save of your Dark Samus or whichever Amiibo to this tag, to the power tag, and you can save it onto the computer or put it back onto the character itself. And it'll create a little file. It's really small and everything. I believe the company that makes it is called Datel. They're the same people that made like Action Replay back in the day and everything like that. So I don't know exactly how it all works with the tag stuff. So he knows a lot more in depth about it than I do. But nonetheless, he does tournaments with stuff like that. So if you want to put your Amiibo up for it as well, you can. So we did a couple of online matches with both Samus and Dark Samus and Richter, because he had them before they even came out. He had them days before. So I'll put a link in the description down here, up there on the side. I don't know where they go anymore, but I will put them. I'll just go with down here, down below, for that fight, for that playlist actually, and then I will also put down a link for his channel. Definitely check out his channel. Really great stuff on there. it's definitely worth checking out, and definitely worth just supporting him as well, because he's definitely he really knows the inside and out of amiibos and everything like that, and he's been really spot on with predictions of when things are going to come out and everything like that. So if you watch the history of his videos, he knew that there was going to be an announcement yesterday for Byleth, so he's really spot on with that stuff. So definitely check him out. And nonetheless, also Byleth. So fifth and final character of the Fighters Pass Season 1. So we got a Fire Emblem character. I know a lot of people are kind of up and down about that, I think the character is really, really cool, especially for the fact that we might be getting two Amiibo, because Corrin got two Amiibo. On a side note on there with Corrin, I think it was kind of hilarious that for the first kind of ever DLC that was available for Super Smash Brothers when it came out on the Wii U and the 3DS, we got all the characters, and then the final character that got announced was Corrin, and now Byleth. So secretly, I know that Sakurai loves Fire Emblem, so I know that these Fire Emblem characters can be annoying for some people, but in all, I really think it's like, oh, well, here's the voting system for this character, and it's like, well, we want this character first, or Waluigi, we want Waluigi's number one, but I think Sakurai gets the final show of like, no, it's gonna be this character. I like Fire Emblem, so he's gonna be this one. So I really think it's cool to add the character in there, especially because the character's movesets are completely different from any other Fire Emblem character, and I do really like that a lot. He really seems like he's going to have like a very base like hook shot kind of thing going on with his up B and his dragon bone whip sword thing. So I think that's really, really cool. The stage is phenomenal. The stage is really cool. Like I don't like Castle Siege for the transitions in there, because, and you have probably seen it time and time again, even with stage morphs. Sometimes characters can accidentally fall off stages, and this happens even with Delfino Plaza, Skyloft, any Port Arrow Drive from F-Zero, any stage that kind of like starts off as a base. Mario Circuit from Mario Kart 8 starts off as a base, and then will float up in the air, and then kind of like go down, and then you'll fight on there for like 30 seconds to a minute, and then it will fly up again. And then sometimes characters, especially characters that don't have the greatest of recovery, can sometimes miss the jump for that and everything like that. Byleth's stage seems really cool though, because it seems like the platform is really long on there. It seems like the stages themselves are also really long on there, so it's a lot of fighting ground, which is pretty cool. So and then there's 4 parts to it, so it's going to be really interesting to see a lot of things on there too. So it'd be also really interesting to see all the team ups and everything like that. So come January 28th, I mean, you guys can already start putting it on there, putting down requests for him or her, because my wife will probably automatically start doing a list just for Byleth, and we'll do a special week dedicated to Byleth on there as well. And then apart from Byleth, really cool announcements that are happening is we get a Cuphead Mii Gunner skin, really cool, and it comes with a soundtrack. So I thought that was really, really cool. We get Mega Man X, which I thought I would never see the light of day again, so I'm super happy about that. We got another Mega Man X skin, because I remember it being on the version for Wii U and 3DS. We also got Mega Man EXE, or Hub. Really cool. I am a huge fan of the Mega Man Battle Network series, and I love that design of Mega Man a lot, and I actually am going to do a custom Amiibo, and I've been waiting for a long time for this too, which is crazy. Almost about the entire time that we've been getting skins for Mii fighters, I've been doing Amiibos as fighters. So I have like a Knuckles, I have obviously there's the Sans up there, the Knuckles is further in the back of my shelf, but I have Sans, man, I can't do this to save my life. I have Sans as an Amiibo, so I have a little Sans figure that I bought from Undertale Special Edition for the Vita a long time ago, and I have it there. But one of the ones I've been waiting for so long is Mega Man EXE, or Hub, and Mega Man X, and I still need to go find where the Mega Man X's one is, because I didn't buy it at the time. Instead I bought the other one, but I did buy this little guy. So I'm going to make him an Amiibo. So if you guys want to as well, post down in the comments below if you want to see him as an Amiibo. I will also be getting this skin for the Mii Gunner. and I will be putting this as an amiibo as well, and I'm super excited for it too. So I'll be putting this one on there. Um, Also, another one I'm super excited for. This is one of my favorite franchises, and I worked a little bit with them with beta testing and everything like that. Was the Altair skin for Assassin's Creed? I was super surprised about that. I was not expecting that at all. I was just dumbfounded when I saw that it's like the first, because if you watch the video, I saw Skyloft for the first time, and I'm like, okay, we're gonna get a Zelda skin. I'm like, who can we get? Maybe we'll get one of the four Guardians or the four Guardians or anything like that from Breath of the Wild. It's like it could be the only reasonable thing I can think of. But no, full fledged just jumps down, and there's Altair skin, and I was super excited for that because Assassin's Creed One, while it's not the greatest game, um, it really did a lot of things in terms of milestones for the Assassin's Creed series, and Altair is like one of my favorite characters in the series itself, and I do like his story, and I do like that time period of what happened all in Assassin's Creed, in the first Assassin's Creed. So I was super happy to see that he gets a Mii Fighter skin. It's sad to see that he's not a character, but I'll take it as a Mii Fighter skin, definitely. Unfortunately, just because of Mii Fighters, height-wise, it's kind of weird. So they don't all scale properly, so you see certain characters are all the same sizes. It's weird. But nonetheless, I also have a Altair figure that I'll be making an amiibo of. I still got to find out if I'm going to do the same thing that I did with bases, or try to find out a way that I can either 3D print a base or anything like that. But I will definitely be making an Altair amiibo. So definitely, if you guys want to see Altair, list that down also in the comments below, because I will be purchasing that skin as well. So Altair is another one. So I mentioned Mega Man X. I will work on getting that little Mega Man X figure, because the only one I also have is Mega Man Volnut from Mega Man Legends. I was hoping that he was getting a skin too because of the Final Smash, but I guess not. One can still hope, though. So Mega Man X as well. I think the only skin that I'm really not getting that I was kind of disappointed with was the Rabbids skin, and Tails is like a perfect example of that as well, because I don't like skins that have hats that have your hats as a head, that have eyes, and then you have your head. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, and Tails is like the perfect example of that. And this is just me like rambling on for a little bit, but I don't like how Tails has eyes and his head on his hat, and then you put it on, while Knuckles has just a wig. Like, I really would have enjoyed it more if Tails just had ears, and if you just had Tails' ears, and it would have been cooler like that. Because the Rabbids is like the perfect example where Nintendo, obviously they're partnering up with Ubisoft, a perfect example of making, and you can't really see them in the picture here, but I'll probably bring them down for you guys. Whoops. Oh, no. Are these guys. So, a perfect opportunity for Nintendo and Ubisoft to collaborate to make Rabbid Mario characters from Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle. So they made a Luigi one, Luigi Rabbid, and it's kind of cool because they're like exactly the same size as an amiibo, and they have like a base that's exactly the same size as an amiibo. So, and then they did Yoshi. I love his eyes; they're so crazy looking. And there's Mario, which by far is like one of the funniest ones in there. I love it because he's always pretending to be super strong, so he's always like kind of muscling in and everything. He's like pulling up his overalls. He's so cocky. I love him so much. And then I think my favorite, absolute favorite, Peach. The Peach Rabbit is out, and that's exactly why right there. The Peach Rabbit is so full of itself because it doesn't even know. Like the even the game kind of like breaks the fourth wall and asking it's like, hey guys, is he a girl or is he a guy? Is he cosplaying? Does he actually like this? What's the deal with it? And it's so funny because like the Rabbid Peach will always sit there and just like take a selfie and just be like so like flock her hair. It's so fabulous. I love it so much. By far my favorite one. So I was really hoping that we would get like a Rabbid's head instead, because we do have certain outfits that we can put on these characters. And I think I will be if I decide to get the Rabbid's head. I'm still on the fence on it. Because I'll put, like, Rabbid head on a Luigi body, a Rabbid head on a Mario Builder body, things like that. But it would have been cooler if it was, like, a rabbit head, an actual rabbit, instead of it being like a head for your head. If that makes any sense, where it still shows your face, like it should have been like Sans or Cuphead, where it completely changes the face itself, almost like a helmet. I think that would have been the better route for those. So, Rabbids, the weakest out of the me. So there's that, and then I just dropped my Altair figure. So those will be those in the future. Hopefully, there's a lot of things that might be coming out as well. So hopefully more live streams. I might be doing more of that on there. We're gonna restart the community polls again pretty soon. So I'm just waiting on a couple things on there, and then we're gonna do a different type of community poll this time. So those will be starting again really. Sorry, folks. I had to cut that because I was looking down. I thought that my tablet was connected to power, and it died. So welcome back. So yeah, we're doing community polls again, live streams again. So just gonna wait a little bit and just gonna focus on a little bit more of the Dark Samus and Richter for the time being. And that's pretty much it, guys. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for listening to me ramble. Thank you for the constant support. I really do appreciate everything on there. Thank you for tuning in and watching the unboxing of these two guys. So, absolutely lovely. Absolutely lovely. Out of the two, actually, Dark Samus wins. The camera doesn't do it justice, actually. Camera does not do it justice on how cool this, like, effect that it has. 2020 didn't even start, and this might actually be my favorite Amiibo. So, we'll see. We shall see. So, yeah, fun stuff coming out. So we got community polls, live streams, Byleth, Mega Man EXE, Altair. I'm gonna work on getting a Cuphead. I really want a Cuphead Amiibo. I'm gonna find a way to make a Cuphead Amiibo. So, yeah, definitely check it out. And then, like I mentioned before, definitely check out Amiibo Doctor. Check out his channel. He's got a lot of great content on there as well. Please support him. And that's pretty much it, guys. So I'll check you guys out later on. I will be posting a video here shortly and start recording as soon as I finish this. So thank you so much, guys. Take care, and as always, smash on.